Welcome to Stupid Muslim Comments. This video series presents some of the amazingly stupid comments by Muslims on YouTube. Here are this week's top 5 picks. This week's comments are read to you by Dan Holung. Check out his channel and make sure to subscribe. Simile's up first with this comment.
You're just dumb yourself, mate. You laugh at us because we believe in the creator of all things, and yet you don't believe in nothing. You have no purpose in life. Basically no difference from an animal, and you call us ignorant? Before mocking at other people's belief, have you ever researched yourself? Have you tried to look for the truth, or you just read a couple of atheist articles and decided not to believe? This earth is so perfect and everything in it is made for us to live in, but only for a temporary time. Haven't you ever questioned yourself, why?
Atheism is not the non-belief of everything, it is the non-belief of a god or gods. Atheism is a position on only one question and nothing else. No matter what else you may believe in, if you agree with the following statement, I do not believe in a god, then you are an atheist. Beyond that, what you believe and what your worldview may encompass is a separate issue. I believe in many things, most, I hope, are for rational, provable reasons. I don't believe in a god, atheist, but I do believe in rational thought, human-derived values, and human moral worth, humanist. I also believe in the right to respect other sentient animals' right to life, and therefore I am vegan. I am a skeptic, free thinker, and a big fan of scientific inquiry. My life is full of purpose. Purpose I have made for myself. Believing in a grand plan outlined by a sky god is incredibly naive and devoid of any basis in reality. I treat others as I would like to be treated, and I have absolutely no need for a god and his immoral edicts. We are animals, and stating this is in no way derogatory. Denying our nature and distancing ourselves from the other animals we share this planet does nothing except instill an entitlement we do not have. While mockery has its place, I tend not to engage in it when discussing beliefs of any sort. Since I am an atheist and I have no skin in the game, I am free to critique, debunk, and analyze religious claims without fear of upsetting the guy upstairs. Being rational and critical is not mockery, it is an honest pursuit of truth, and this endeavor has led me to the conclusion: atheism. The earth is far from perfect, however, it works for us. We are products of billions of years of evolution on this planet, and therefore well suited to live and survive on some of it. It is no big mystery that needs an even bigger mystery to explain it. Introducing Allah into this equation just makes a mess of things and is a waste of our time, energy, and resources. Next is Servant of Allah, who said,
In my clear view, an atheist is the most stubborn, selfish, proud, immoral, ungrateful, arrogant person you can ever come across. They see the world as vain, purpose accomplished with vain desires. They are delusional over the powers of the Creator. They think the world is just a trip to the playground, but once everything is over, they won't be accounted for their evil and righteous actions. Have you ever wondered about death, short-lived happiness, chronic pain, or even time? Definitely everything you see and hear was not made in vain. To such an extent, it is impossible to think in this selfish way. Did you know that every person is born with a prefrontal cortex in their brain that helps them in their decision-making and control of their actions? Justice will be served on Judgment Day, whether you like it or not. If you ever want to contemplate the purpose of your life in this world and the afterlife, Islam is your answer, my friend. If I didn't care about you, the truth is I wouldn't be making this comment. Islam will enter through every door, so that when you're being asked by Allah, the Almighty, you cannot deny the fact that Islam existed.
Atheism is not any of those things, as it is only the statement of disbelief of a god. Are there stubborn, selfish, proud, immoral, ungrateful, arrogant atheists? Of course. However, these characteristics are not the exclusive domain of us ungodly people. The religious people of every stripe and color share these same adjectives. I admit, I am very stubborn in my commitment to only believing in things when there is evidence and good reason to believe. I admit, I am selfish as well, because I wish for the best for my society, my family, and my friends. And as long as people hold on to irrational beliefs, they live in a fantasy world of their own creation. And I admit, I am proud to be free of the religious indoctrination that made me feel bad about myself and the human race. If anywhere you find immorality, you find it in the religious texts and in the minds of religious people. Holding on to notions of right or wrong from ancient societies is to retard human progress. Our efforts collectively should be focused on the future rather than stuck in the past. Every day, I am immensely grateful to be alive, and to live in a time and country where I am free to be who I wish to be. I cherish life, and I live it to the fullest, and I honestly do hope for life after death. But I cannot will myself to believe in its actual existence, just because I wish it were true. Death is scary and inevitable, and I don't want to squander the only life I know I have with religious rules, regulations, and rituals. Our third comment comes from this YouTuber who said,
"You don't just take some comments from YouTube. I just think all Muslims are like that. You are such an ignorant. Islam is a religion that 1.6 billion people around the world are following, and you think they all wrong? A lot of people in the West are entering Islam in thousands. The surprise is that most of them are women. If the Islam is a religion that suppresses women, why these women leave the free lifestyle and freedoms in the West, choice Islam?"
I do realize that the comments I present and debunk on my videos are not representative of all religious people of any given denomination. There are billions of people worldwide with billions of different perspectives and interpretations, as well as a healthy dose of hypocrisy and inconsistency. I unabashedly concede that no comment presented on my videos could fully encompass the totality of differing views, and I have never stated that was my intention. The sad truth is that many religiously minded people do hold on to many of the arguments presented in these comments. Do not most Muslims believe in Allah and the supernatural realm? Do not most Muslims believe that the Qu'ran is the word of God in print? Do not most Muslims hold strong views on homosexuals, infidels, critics of Islam, and women's roles in society? The truth of a claim is not established by an appeal to the masses who hold it. It is irrelevant how many people believe in a God, the supernatural, or any particular religious tradition, because the truth of a claim hinges on evidence and reason, and not on popularity. This fallacious argument is known as argumentum ad populum, or appeal to the masses, appeal to the majority, or appeal to popularity. Sure, there are thousands of Christians converting to Islam. So what? There are thousands of Muslims converting to Christianity. Thousands of Christians and Muslims losing their faith and identifying themselves as atheists. With the advent of technology, instant communication and affordable travel has become accessible to a wider range of people. This results in a melting pot of communities living and working together like never before. There is bound to be cross-conversion and deconversion, and this is evidence only of a social evolution given a change in our social environment. Next, Boise QY had this to say,
"Why do atheists believe that they commit no evil? Stephen Farrow, Jeffrey Dahmer, Joseph Stalin, Alfred Kinsey, Benito Mussolini, Kim Jong-il, Mao Zedong, and etc. They are all atheists who committed horrible crimes. Also, an atheist suicide bomber killed 18 agnostics. The evil ones are not just religion's extremists. Atheists are not any better than a believer."
I'm not sure which atheists you've spoken to, but no one lacks the capacity to do harm. I have never heard anyone make such a claim, atheist or theist. I make mistakes, and I can be a hypocrite at times, and I can act selfishly. However, this is part of our human condition. We are animals with urges that may not always be beneficial to others. However, as a person committed to thinking rationally, being responsible, and living by example, I try and learn from the past to improve the future. History is full of murderers, psychopaths, rapists, and all sorts of nasty people who did their despicable acts most often for selfish and theistic reasons than for a pursuit of skeptical, rational, evidence-based justifications. It would be wrong to claim that atheists do not commit atrocities. However, it's rarely because of atheism that leads them to destructive acts. Belief in an unfalsifiable, supernatural religious claim is a hotbed for immoral actions, as there is no way to convince the believer that they could be possibly wrong. The large majority of suicide bombers, the genital mutilation community, the chemical face-burning perpetrators, the gay and lesbian bashers, and the entitlement of the supposedly God-given land is nearly exclusively the domain of the religious. It would be entirely irrational to be an atheist humanist skeptic and be a suicide bomber, or support genital mutilation, or discriminate against others based upon irrelevant criteria. It is only when you hold beliefs that cannot be verified do you find people justifying incredible immorality. And lastly, Ayman Hared said,
let's be realistic now to actually see that Islam is the only religion that approves of Moses and Jesus and Muhammad as messengers of God. Christianity approves of Jesus and Moses, whereas the Jews don't approve of neither of them. Why so much hate against Islam when its Qu'ran was sent to an illiterate man, Muhammad, peace be upon him, 1400 years ago, and no other human can come up with anything like it or near its perfection? Open your mind to the Quran and you will see this, instead of cursing and hating it with your narrow-mindedness.
even if it is true that Islam is the only religion that approves of Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, which I'm sure it's not, how is believing in 3 potentially fictitious characters supposed to convince me of the truth claims of Islam? If anything, it shows to me that you are 3 times as gullible as the Jews, and 2 times as gullible as the Christians. If I believe in Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and the flying spaghetti monster, do I all of a sudden hold religious superiority and an even greater enlightenment? The quantity of irrational beliefs does not strengthen your case, as you have more claims to defend and more evidence to present. The Quran is perfect, a perfect example of an ancient book conceived by men, living in a time of great ignorance. Sure, no other book is like the Quran, however, the same could be said for any other book ever written. No other book is exactly like any other book. So what? Does that mean that the cat in the hat is proof of the existence of top hat-wearing felines, just because no other book ever written is exactly like it? Every book is unique and special in its own way. Some special and unique in good ways, some special and unique in not so flattering ways. There you have it. 5 stupid comments from 5 different YouTubers. Which comment would you vote to win the Dumbass of the Week award? Would it be 1. Simile, who thinks we atheists don't believe in nothing. 2. Servant of Allah, who thinks atheists are stubborn, selfish, proud, immoral, ungrateful, and arrogant. 3. Commenter 3, who doesn't think that 1.6 billion people could be wrong. 4. Bazi QY, who thinks that atheists believe only the religious people can be immoral. Or 5. Ayman Hared, who thinks that believing in 3 possible fictional characters strengthens the truth claims of Islam. To vote, leave your choice in the comment section below. Choose only one winner. Results will be available on my Facebook page and Google Plus page 1 week from today on Friday, February 7th. Check back to see who won. If you enjoyed this video, remember to press the like button and share with everyone. If you would like to submit a video or audio reading of an upcoming stupid comment, send me an email to TheVeganAtheist@hotmail.com. Thanks for watching. Want to see more? Click subscribe and keep an eye out for the next stupid comments video coming out next Friday. Follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus pages. Links are in the description. Lastly, head over to my channel and check out all the debates, presentations, and videos.